Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the next episode of Zap's podcast. Today, we got a character unlock. New character coming in today. Welcome, Mr. Antonio.
Wow, what an introduction.
I know. I actually got that intro from Alexander from last week. He goes, character unlock. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking sick intro.
Good.
I didn't even think about
that.
that.
Is that the guy that does gaming?
Who does gaming? No. So
Okay.
Shannon's the streamer. Well, he doesn't really stream that
right.
much anymore, to be fair. I miss it. I miss the days when he used to stream. Oh, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. How long did you stream for?
He streamed for a while. I think he streamed for like a year or two, maybe 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
He started during COVID. So he started with Warzone.
Oh, right.
Like everybody, right? So everyone jumped on the bandwagon. But I loved watching his stream, and I used to be on it too. And he made a video where we, like me, Anna, and I think Alexander were all playing around, and we actually won the Warzone game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it was really sick.
What, like Twitch and stuff?
Yeah, he was streaming on Twitch. Then he moved to YouTube, and I think he's just kind of slowing it down now. I think he's focusing on his business. So good on you. Bugats is the new name. His name used to be Ways Will, but Bugats. So keep the hustle up, man. I know you're gonna do it. But yeah, man. How was your day? What'd you get up to today?
Oh, just work, man. You know how it is.
Survey life.
Yeah, survey life.
You love it though.
How you going, by the way?
Yeah, good.
You guys busy?
Dude, we are flat stick, man. Like the last Thursday and last Friday, I pulled a 11-hour day.
Oh, wow.
Both those days because we had to get a job out Friday, Arvo.
Yeah, right. I guess being busy, but it's day goes quicker. If you're busy,
man.
the day goes quicker,
Yeah.
and it doesn't feel like as long of a day.
You know what? That's
Even
true.
if you're doing overtime. Whereas if you're quiet, if it's dead, oh man, the time just drags on.
Dude,
in my opinion.
No, you're right. The reason I think you're right is because when we had that deadline and it had to be out by 5, it's like, all right, you're just concentrating. You're just trying to get it out there, pump it out. And you don't realize, but time is going. You're like, fuck, I only have 2 hours left. Fuck, it's only an hour left. And then you get it out. You're like, yes. So, but
That's cool.
I linked you an article of something interesting. So for those who watched episode, I think it's 5 or episode 6, I had a guest call with Lewis, and we said, do we need a degree with AI around the corner, right? And one of the things he said, which I thought was really interesting, he said, I actually don't remember exactly what he said, but one of the things he did say was, you probably won't need a degree if you become a lawyer, right? And I didn't agree with it at the time.
Yeah.
But then, literally 2 days ago, an article popped up, which I thought was super interesting. And the article was from the BBC.
You're just bringing this up to throw in his face.
No. If anything, it's in his favor. I didn't agree with him. But it says, ChatGPT, US lawyer admits using AI for case research. So I don't think he actually used it to defend himself, but he used it to research his case. So to get what's it called? Like references, I think.
Yeah. Or maybe put like a case together.
Yeah.
And just didn't change anything.
Yeah.
That's probably the wrong way to use it though. If you're gonna use it to help you with work or anything like that, I reckon it'd be better to take what it's giving you and then just put it into your own words, and then write your own thing. Because if someone looks it up, because they've got programs to check it now, I think they can check if it's all like AI written or something like that.
Yeah.
But if you change a few things, I don't think it can be detected.
I was watching this TikTok and it said that all professors, or if you did it as an essay, right, using ChatGPT, all the professor has to do is literally copy and paste that whole thing, put into ChatGPT and say, "Did you write this?"
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it will say, "Yes, I did," or "No, it didn't." So that's why I think you're right. If you change a little bit, then it might not know.
Yeah. But look, ChatGPT can be used effectively, but to kind of get you the information that you're after. But I don't think you should be using it to do your job.
Definitely not for being a lawyer anyway. He got freaking grilled because it said something.
Did he lose his license?
I don't know if he lost his license, but it said let me just scroll through real quick. It was, he used it to, here we go. But the airline's lawyer later wrote to the judge to say that they could not find several of the cases that were referenced in the brief. 6 of the submitted cases appeared to be bogus judicial decisions with bogus quotes and bogus internal citations.
Oh yeah, right.
So literally,
I've heard that he'll spit something out that's not correct.
yeah, like it completely made it up.
Yeah.
So that's why I got interested.
Completely made it up, or found it somewhere on the internet, where someone like wrote it, found it somewhere on the internet, and then.
Oh, I don't know.
Because I think that's what it does.
Does it actually look through the internet? Because I was watching a video and it said something like it was a language. It's an LLM, which just uses a bunch of different like language and just creates like a program essentially where you can talk to it and it spits you out like conversation essentially. So it seems like you're talking to a person. So I was like, does it actually look for like, does it actually search the internet, or is it just going through what other people are talking? Because if it's talking to millions of people and it's getting all its information from the millions of people, is it actually going and looking for links? I didn't do a deep dive into ChatGPT. I just kind of did a quick dive because once I saw that, I'm like, oh, I need to know how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough. I don't know. I don't like. That's a fair point. I would think that it does go into the internet. So because most people go on there and like they ask you questions, and then obviously instead of doing a Google search, you just go up to ChatGPT and you ask exactly what, and then it'll bring up a lot more information than you having to scroll through like different websites or something like that. That's how I think it works. But you might be right. It maybe because so many people are using it now, they might have changed it.
Maybe.
So that But I do have a story for you though.
Yeah, tell me. I love it.
A friend of mine, and I only found out like he told me like a couple of days ago. He plays like local soccer, and his team they're not they're not good. His words, all right.
Oi.
He said they're losing like pretty much all their games, and he said they play like a 4-2-4 formation.
Yep.
And
4-2-4.
4-2-4, yeah. I'm not a big soccer guy, so I didn't question him on it. I didn't push back. I don't know if that's a good or bad.
It's a very odd formation.
Well, that's why they're losing every game. I guess it makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, what do you put into ChatGPT and said change your formation?
No, he goes his team captain went into ChatGPT and put like a graph together of like the players and their strengths and weaknesses, something along those lines. Yeah, and it spat out a new formation for him, and it spat out a formation of 2-3-2-3 or something like that. I don't know, something along those lines. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he goes, since we've like changed formation, we've been doing a lot better. Like winning more often than what they did before, which. You know,
so like they win like 1 out of the 10 instead of 0.
No. He said they're winning like a lot more often.
Okay,
that's
interesting.
That's impressive. And he said they've got like a training regiment of ChatGPT. He told them like, oh, we're weak here, we're strong here. How can we improve? And he just spat out a training routine, I don't know. It's pretty impressive.
That's impressive. That who was it? Your mate knew what your strengths and weaknesses were. You know how some people just don't know.
No, but he's been playing with these people for a while, I'm guessing.
Yeah, okay.
So he'll say, oh, Zaf's not good at...
I'm good at everything.
Yeah. ChatGPT, what can I do? Zaf's good at everything. Leave him be. Pass him the ball.
Just let him run.
That's it. No, I think it's pretty impressive, man.
Yeah, but like I was saying, I think it's impressive that he knows what to input into there, and then it spits out that formation and, you know, the drills and whatever they need to do to get better. And then... they get better. That's really interesting. That's kind of like their coach.
I would have never thought to ask ChatGPT about like a formation for a soccer team. That would have never occurred to me.
Well, I've been thinking a lot lately about using ChatGPT for the podcast, like just coming up with different topics to talk about and you know what's trending, because that's what I've been trying to do now, trying to find stuff that's trending. But as long as the stuff that's trending that I like talking about, so ChatGPT I think is very interesting.
Whatever you're interested in. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But he can also help you, like just say what's happening in the world today.
Yeah,
and then he'll pull up a bunch of stuff. You can pick whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's a great tool for that sort of stuff. But then if it does do that, then surely it has to search the internet like you're saying.
Yeah. That's what I think it does.
Yeah. So like it's so confusing on how it works, honestly. So I'm going to do a big dive into it and really try and understand it and try and utilize it for the podcast as well.
Yeah, it's a good idea. It reminds me a little bit of so that's AI. This is completely different. But there was when he was telling me that story about the soccer team, it's very different. But I don't know why it just reminded me of a story that I've heard. So in Japan, they had this fungus. And they used it to improve.
I've seen it, the rail system.
Yeah,
that was on Joe Rogan.
Was it?
Yeah, this guy. He I
don't know. It could have been. I listened to him a lot. So
yeah. I can't remember the guy who he interviewed, but you're right. He literally explains like this particular fungus, and they placed these. I think it was like oats into different.
Yeah. That's right.
And it's meant to represent each like city in Japan or something like that.
Each city or each station. I thought it was each station.
Maybe station.
And then you might be right. I don't know.
Whatever it is, right?
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then they placed it in certain points so it can represent Japan or Tokyo.
Yeah, Tokyo. That's right.
And then it started venturing out and finding the food source, and then eventually like transformed itself to find the most efficient way.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, which is freaking mental.
That's impressive.
But you know what? I was thinking about that, right?
I reckon AI will be able to do that soon.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I think it would be better. The reason why...
Not better.
I'm not going to nitpick.
Mother Nature will always win.
Yeah, well, robots might be one with Mother Nature. That's what they reckon human evolution is going to be. Like, eventually, we're just going to morph and be one with machine.
Yeah, probably.
Have you seen that? Did you see that?
Neuralink.
Bro, did you see that thing? That thing that I sent you with Elon Musk?
With the guy that was walking?
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
I didn't send you that one. Actually, did I send you that one? I saw it today. The guy who they implanted a Bluetooth connection between his brain and I think his spine or something like that.
Yeah. And then he was in a wheelchair, he couldn't walk, and then he just there's the girl but what was the girl doing with a laptop next to him?
I don't know.
Well,
I honestly I don't remember. I don't even remember the girl being in the video. If I'm being honest, I was just watching the guy.
You were watching the guy.
Yeah.
That's impressive though.
Yeah.
I agree with that kind of use for the Neuralink. I don't think that everyone needs it though.
Yeah, not everyone will need it. Like I was saying, like imagine having a phone call in your head and it starts glitching, you start spasming. You know what I mean? But no, what I was going to say with Elon Musk, he I saw it on Instagram and I think it was 9gag. So take it with a grain of salt for people listening. How you like? They said that it finally. Let me look it up real quick. So. Here we go. The FDA approved Elon Musk's brain chip company Neuralink to launch its first chip human clinical trial.
Yeah, well.
That's impressive, man. But if it does the
moving
things
forward a lot quicker than I think what people thought.
Yeah. One of the things that when I was at school, we had this teacher, his name was Dr. Caraturo, right? And he said the 20th century was the year of physics, right? So, which he was right. Like we started in the early 20th century when we started having like airplanes that could only fly for 8 seconds. Now we can fly, from Australia to Singapore in 8 hours, and that's, not even looking at the fighter jets or anything like that.
Yeah, those are just the commercial planes.
Yeah, exactly. We're not looking at like the high end and even the other sort of physics department where we're looking at quantum computers, which is slowly coming up, which is mental. I don't know if you've heard anything about quantum computers.
I haven't, no.
Bro. I was listening to a podcast with, I don't remember his name, it was a Japanese guy, again on Joe Rogan, right? And he was talking about how quantum computers is going to be the step where we take from going from, I think, a 0.5 civilization to a type 1 civilization, where we're going to start.
What does that mean?
So I think a type 1 civilization means that we're eventually going to start going to different planets.
Okay.
Yeah. But the way quantum computer works is it uses atoms, not electricity. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Now, exactly how it works, I don't know. But it sounds mind-boggling.
Explain to the audience exactly how it works.
The way it works is you should watch the Joe Rogan video and let the Japanese professor describe it to you, because this is not the right place to get that info. But he, honestly, that I really want to look more into the into quantum computers, because that sounds so interesting. It is
fascinating, but very difficult to understand.
Yeah.
So good luck.
I'll get there.
You get there.
But going back to the ChatGPT thing with that the US one, I don't know why I went down the Reddit rabbit hole, and then I found someone made a Reddit thread about that article. And he said, what is it? TFW. TFW. Do you know what that means? The feels.
TFW.
Yeah. The feels when.
Oh, okay.
The feels when you are trying new and interesting ways to get disbarred. Just this whole thread of him getting absolutely roasted.
Oh no! Don't start reading into it.
It's so funny though. So funny. All right, I won't get into it. But then
That's the internet for you, man. Someone goes out and does something amazing, and they're like, "Oh, let's just,
you know what? And it is sad to think about it like that. Like someone tries to do something, and they just get absolutely roasted for it. It's a bit shit. Like some people commented on my podcast, like on my TikTok. So not the last episode, but the episode before that, I had my audio fucked up.
Yeah.
Right. So luckily I had the cameras recording and I could use the audio from the cameras. Luckily, but they're horrible audio.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do anything about it. So I thought I'll try and save it as best as I can, try and edit it, do whatever. And I was like, it is what it is. I'm just going to start.
Fair enough. You're not going to disregard the whole podcast
Yeah.
because the audio cut out. Just if you got audio from it, use the audio that you have, which you did.
Yeah. So that's what I ended up doing. And like there was this one guy who commented on one of the videos. He goes, bro could have, we should start a podcast and not record audio. And I was going to be the biggest smart ass. But I thought, no, I'm not going to cause any trouble. I'll just be like, man, it is what it is, audio difficulties, blah, blah. And then he just kept going. He just go, oh, you could have re-recorded this and that.
Oh,
and I just fucking left it at that.
you
know what I mean?
You should shout him out right now.
I don't even remember his name.
Oh.
Yeah, I just remember the comment. But
yeah, fair enough.
It is what it is, man.
You're not going to please everyone, bro.
That's it, bro. It is what it is.
Do your thing, do what you like, and the rest is history.
That's it, man. But then I sent you some other Reddit threads because I was going down that Reddit rabbit hole. And I actually want to talk about this specific one. So it was called, this thread is, what was the most disappointing movie you ever paid to see? Let me start that again. What was the most disappointing movie you paid to see?
All right, so you did show me this.
Literally 2.5 seconds before the podcast.
Yeah, that's right. But luckily, I had a movie in mind.
Yep.
I couldn't remember the name, but I ended up finding it. So it's called, what was it called? I'm thinking of ending things.
Of ending things.
Yeah.
Is that actually what it's called?
I'm thinking of ending things. Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's what the movie's called. And the reason that that I think it's horrible, like me and my wife watched it together.
Yep.
And we're just sitting throughout this movie and like it's just nothing's happening. There's literally a scene where for about half an hour of the movie, they're in the car.
Okay.
Like small talk. There's a man and a woman and they're in the car and they're just doing small talk. And that goes on for a solid half an hour till they get to his parents' house. And then some trippy stuff happens there. And then they start driving back from his parents' house and that's another 20 minutes. So 50 minutes of this movie is them in the car, not talking about much.
What a shit movie that is.
Yeah, literally. And then...
What were they saying? Like, oh, how's the weather? Oh, the weather was pretty shit. It's cold today.
It's like that. But also, so she's the one that is thinking of ending things with him. She wants to break up with him.
Oh,
Like
right.
they're going to his parents' place.
Yep.
And so so her thoughts are kind of narrated. And so they're having a conversation. And then when they stop talking, her thoughts come and the narration of her thoughts come. And it was just painful to watch. So
Did you end up watching the whole thing?
We ended up, we had to sit through it. We just honestly, we were fast forwarding after 10 minutes of them being in the car. We're like, how long is this going to go for? So we just fast forwarded and it literally went for half an hour. And then we played it from that point when they got to his parents' house. And then his parents' house was a bit trippy, which was interesting. Like, I don't mind that. But then they left his parents' house and then the drive back. Oh man, it was just, so for me, we didn't pay, luckily, to watch it.
Oh, but this one says what movie you paid to see. But that's all right. I'll let that go.
It would have to be probably one of the controversial, but maybe one of the Marvel movies.
Which one? We're gonna get into some beef if you pick the wrong one.
I feel like you like all of them. There's no right one.
No. There's some that I don't like. Like one of the ones I like. Hot take, super hot take. I think Thor Ragnarok was so shit. I didn't like it.
Yeah, right.
It's grown on me a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I have watched it a couple times, But actually, sorry, the worst one was Thor: Love and Thunder. That's the worst Thor. I couldn't believe I sat through that movie. That movie was so bad.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that was the last one that just came out.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, don't watch it. It's really
won't.
bad.
I
So,
won't. I wasn't planning.
all right, which one?
I to be honest, I'm gonna have to say like
Just rip the band-aid off.
kind of all of them. I'm not a fan of the.
All of them?
Yeah, I'm sorry to disappoint you, bro. I'm just not a fan of them.
You just don't like watching. That's fine. Each their own, right?
I do. What annoys me about him is that it's kind of like. Do you remember like how we used to watch Goku back in the Dragon Ball Z back in the day? Oh, here we go. Here we go. That's what I expected.
Yeah, go on. Watching
No,
Goku.
you know how we were watching Dragon Ball Z, and each episode there was like someone stronger, and the strongest person from the previous episode is like nothing now. I feel like that's what happens in Marvel. And just to clarify, I like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
But when you bring out a movie for adults,
Yeah.
make it make a little bit of sense.
I don't know, man. Like, I thought Thanos was like, even when he came back, right? So he essentially, you watched,
Yeah, I've seen.
you've seen them all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not all, but I've seen some of them.
You've seen up to Endgame, right?
Yeah, I've seen Endgame. Yeah.
Okay. So he pretty much wins in Infinity War.
Yeah.
Clicks his fingers. Then when he comes back in Endgame, when they essentially bring him to the future from the past,
Yeah.
he's still fucking very difficult to beat. It's not like, oh, he's nothing now. Like, he
They
was
take
incredibly hot.
Yeah, they take a few people to bring him down, right? That's
Dude,
the
it was
one where
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So, but in fairness, that was only one villain.
Yeah.
There's probably other villains. No, even then, like, I can't think of any villain that if you brought them back, they would just be a pushover. Like Loki, maybe.
Right. I feel like a Loki, for example, Loki, because you know more about him, right? But Loki wasn't he when they first introduced him, he was like very strong,
Very strong.
hard to
He was
beat.
an Asgardian, yeah.
And then the Hulk just kind of grabbed him and started throwing him around. A couple of movies later, he just started throwing him around.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's Hulk, to be fair.
Close that chapter right there. Finished. Point proven.
Listen, I'll just say
No,
each to their own.
they do have good movies. They do
Yeah.
they do make some good movies, but that's one aspect that I don't like.
So, but when you went and saw the movie, you're like, fuck, I wish I never paid to watch this movie. I can understand if you're not into that, though.
Yeah.
No, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I wouldn't go that far. But I
Okay.
can't think of another movie right now that I paid for that I hate.
There's one movie, and it's the only movie I'm pretty sure I walked out of the cinema. I'm usually that type of guy that I will sit through and I have to watch it.
I've had one like that, but I can't remember it. I can't remember what movie it was.
So,
But I'll let you tell yours.
so my one is called Movie 43. I don't know if you know that.
Movie 43.
It has got to be the most insane movie I've seen in my entire life.
Is that like a parody type of thing?
Yeah, it's a huge parody movie.
I think I know the movie.
So I'm pretty sure the first scene is Hugh Jackman with ball chins, with balls on his chin.
Yeah, they're having dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he keeps dipping
Yeah.
the balls in the soup.
Like, don't get me wrong, that actually started pretty funny, but then he just went off the rails, man.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like the part, I don't know if you remember that movie.
I don't remember very well.
There's a part where this guy has a cat, but the cat's like a cartoon cat, and the cat has like a really, really strong attachment to the owner, and it started like playing with itself in the movie, and we were like, "What's going on right now?" Like there was other things that happening that just didn't make sense, and it was just skit after skit after skit.
No, I don't remember that. I do not remember.
Dude,
But that does sound like
That was at that point I was like, I can't
fair
watch
enough.
this anymore. This is horrible. And that was probably the most disappointing movie I've ever seen.
actually. I'll tell you what. The most recent one that I paid for that I was I didn't walk out, but once the movie finished, I was like, okay, that's not
Can I guess?
anything special. Yes.
Fast X?
No, I haven't seen it.
I'm watching it Friday.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. That's out now in cinemas.
I don't know if it's still out, but it was pretty recent. You'll know it when I tell you.
Is it a superhero movie?
No.
Oh, okay. I won't guess it then.
So that's all you know. Superhero movies. You're done.
I know most of the superhero movies.
Nah, fair enough. It was 65 You know that movie 65?
Oh yeah, my brother-in-law went and watched that.
Yeah, I did not. I didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, he goes.
And it will look promising. Because you know how they go prehistoric time? They go back on Earth
Yeah.
during the prehistoric time while the dinosaurs were around. But they just didn't execute properly.
Yeah, I saw the trailer, and like you said, like you watch the trailer and you go, oh, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
This looks pretty good. And that's what my brother-in-law did.
Yeah.
Went and watched it and goes, it's horseshit.
Oh, he didn't like it either.
He didn't like it
There you
either.
go.
And yeah, I just didn't end up going to watch it, to be fair. I thought I might have gone to go watch it at some point, but lately I've been pretty lazy. But I want to touch on something because this is a fucking huge hot take. Do you like watching trailers for movies?
Yes and no. Like I do want to know kind of like what the movie is about, but I don't like trailers that go too much into it and then they expose the whole plot of the movie.
Yes,
So
I
I want to know
agree.
what the movie's about, so to know whether I'm going to like it or not. But I don't want to know how it's going to end. I don't know. Like you see in some trailers they'll show too much of a scene, and then the scene comes in the movie, and you're like, well, I know this person's not going to die.
Yeah,
they didn't die in the trailer, and it kind of ruins the whole movie.
I agree with that, but I actually go even further, and I say,
You despise them.
fuck trailers. Fuck. The only time I would say, okay, a trailer is worth having is if it's a brand new movie and you have literally no one has any idea about what it's about. And then only do like a 30-second tease, not even like a 1 to 2 minute trailer or 2 or 3 minute trailer about, you know, who's in the movie, like who's the big bad, or tease the big bad of the movie or anything like that. I find with all the Marvel movies, they completely ruin it. They ruin the movie with the trailer.
Just don't watch the trailer.
I don't watch the trailers, but people go, oh, you got to watch the trailer. It looks so good. Fuck that. I'm not watching shit.
So when you say like a new movie, you mean like a new concept or an idea for a movie that you haven't seen before?
Yeah. So
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. So one movie that I didn't watch the trailer for, but I think if I'd watched the trailer, I probably wouldn't have watched, is it's called War of Tomorrow. It was on Amazon. It's with
War of Tomorrow or the Tomorrow War?
Maybe the Tomorrow War.
Is it who's it with?
It's the guy from The Office. Is it The Office? No, it's not The Office. I can't remember his name. He's the main character in the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Main character. Oh, Chris Pratt.
Yes, that's him.
Yeah. I'll watch that.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't watch the trailer for that.
And you didn't like it?
I loved it.
Oh, you loved it?
I thought it was a great movie.
I was going to say that was pretty decent.
Yeah, I liked
didn't
it.
mind that.
But I didn't watch the trailer for that.
Yeah,
so I have a feeling if I watched the trailer and went, oh, it's about, you know, aliens and, you know, oh, it's future, but not really future. And like, what's going on? I probably wouldn't have watched it. I feel like it would have ruined it.
Sometimes if I want to know whether to invest 2 hours into a movie, I'll put the trailer on and 20 seconds into it, I'll know yes or no. And then I change it and then I get rid of the trailer.
I like that.
Turn off. Or now with Netflix, you just read the description. That's what I do. That's what we do all the time. We like are only watching trailers. We only watch a trailer if we're going to go to the cinema.
Yeah.
That's what we've been doing lately. And otherwise, we just read the description on Netflix.
Do you go movies much often? I feel like these days, like I think since the pandemic,
everything comes out on streaming services.
Oh, it comes out a lot later though. It comes out like maybe 2 to 3 months later.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so if you want to watch it then and there, then you go to the movies and watch it. But there are some movies that you have to go to the movies and watch it. See, for me, it's a lot of the Marvel movies. You have to go to the movies and watch. Not everyone's like that.
For me, I like the Harry Potter movies and
so good,
and the Lord of the Rings movies. So when that was coming out, I was going. But that was a different time as well. Then
do you know? It's funny you mentioned that, right? Ellen and I were talking, and we were saying, you know, when we were growing up with movies, we always had like well, not like a season, but like sagas, if that makes sense. Like we had the Harry Potter sort of series, and then we had Fast and Furious series, and then we had like all these different movie series that were coming out that we grew up with.
Yeah, I can agree, but there was also some.
I'm gonna look them up real quick.
What are you gonna look up all the series?
No, like all the cool series, movie series.
Memorable ones. There's 2000s. Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter. Yeah. So it says Fast and Furious, Harry Potter.
Yeah, Fast and Furious.
Spider-Man trilogy. So again,
Okay,
if you're not
okay.
into that.
No, but I did watch them. I have seen them. I have seen them.
So then there was the Bourne series, Bourne Ultimatum.
Yeah.
What else was there? Final Destination, I've never watched though.
I've watched them.
Are they good?
Like you. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the good.
American Pie?
Yeah, American Pie. Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like there was no franchises, I think is what they're called. Movie franchises.
Yeah, where you would have like a few of them in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not in a row, but like they kind of go
They
after
continue,
each other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they continue.
exactly.
The story kind of continues. Like Final Destination, the story continues, and they have to find the original person that was being like whatever it is, haunted or whatever it is.
Yeah,
It's not haunted, but
you have a curse.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had the curse from the gypsy.
They didn't put the coins in the corner, and the curse get him.
No, you're right. Yeah, that's the one.
Had to throw a Borat reference in there.
But they've got them now too. But I feel like now when
Not really.
when a sequel comes out, it's just not as good. It's a money grab.
Yeah, hard.
That's the way it feels anyway.
Yeah, I agree.
But apparently, have you heard they're making a Harry Potter series?
Yeah, is it a TV series or another movie series?
I think TV series. And
I did hear something about it, yes.
But it's not going to be like a continuation or a new story. It's just the same story.
Is it after Harry Potter? Like after the Harry Potter? Or before?
It is Harry Potter.
Oh, so it's continuing after this movie 7.
No, it's Harry Potter from movie 1 to movie 7.
I think. Don't ruin it. That was so good. Don't ruin it.
I think that's what it is. If it is, it's going to be disappointing, I think.
100%. Daniel Radcliffe is Harry Potter.
He is Harry Potter.
There's no other Harry Potter.
I watched actually my we went over to my parents' place and there was just do you know the movie Jungle with Daniel Radcliffe?
No, I don't think so.
Oh well, it's about him, like him and a few of his mates going into the jungle and they kind of, well, I don't want to ruin the movie, but
just tell me. I'm probably not going to watch it because how long has it been out?
Spoiler alert.
There you go. For the crowd.
Yeah, that's right. So I think they get lost and he's the only one that kind of survives, or him and a friend they're the only one that survive.
Yeah.
And the whole time, because I wasn't watching the movie, but it was in the background. So every now and then you glance over and he's in like a different situation. He's struggling. And the whole time I'm like, just pull your wand out or get your broom and fly away because he's Harry Potter.
Yeah. That took me a while to click for a second.
I saw the look in your eyes. You're like, what are you talking about?
What
is this?
Accio broom or some. What's he say to get his broomstick? No, Accio I think is fined. Anyway, I can't remember.
That's impressive. If you would remember that spell, that's impressive.
Do you know the spell?
No.
I think it's Accio Firebolt. I'm pretty sure because the broom was called Firebolt.
To make it come to him.
Yeah. Pretty sure that's what it is.
No.
We'll see.
Nah.
We'll see. You're wrong.
They were good movies, but I feel like that's our childhood. When before the streaming services and everything, where you could play whatever you want on demand, a good day was a good movie day, I should say, was back in Masso. If you would see the WB logo and you'd hear the music,
Warner Brothers.
And you're in the living room, that's a great movie day. So whatever you have on drop and you're watching Harry Potter for the next 2 hours.
When you said when you're in so Macedonia, right?
Yeah.
So when did you come to Australia again?
11.
When you were 11?
Yeah, when I was 11, yeah.
When did Harry Potter come out? What Harry Potter did you watch when you were 11?
Probably would have been
like either the first or the second. It would have been brand new.
It would have been one of the. I remember watching the first one. I just don't know if that was the only one that was out at the time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the second one should have been out, right?
I don't know. I have to look at the year.
Yeah, I have to look at the year. I don't know. I like that.
Weird question.
Yeah.
When you watched it, was it dubbed or subbed? Like when you watched it at home or in the cinema?
Yeah. So I don't remember how it was at home. But I've been back to Macedonia since, and the new, I think part 1 of the 7th movie was coming out, or maybe part 2. One of them was coming out, and I went to cinema in Macedonia to go watch it.
Yeah.
And it's subtitles.
Oh, okay.
Which was great, because if it was dubbed, it's a little bit annoying. Because I can understand English, I was happy to.
Yeah, you were happy to watch it.
Yeah, I was happy to watch it with just English and then dubbed in Masso.
Yeah. I feel like especially if you hear Harry Potter's voice and you hear it in like a Masso, you're like, What's going on?
Yeah. Although now, and my wife hates it, but now I watch some.
You watch anime?
No,
You almost had my hopes up.
I disappointed you. I could see in your
I
face
know.
that you're disappointed.
You actually hate me. You reschedule the last
Listen.
episode. You don't watch anime. I don't know, man. I don't know.
No, I was gonna say I watch some international movies and shows, and they're dubbed.
Yeah.
But like,
Some of them are really good
some
though.
of them are really good, man. Some of them are really good. So I don't mind as much anymore. Like I can watch dubbed movies or TV shows. But in the past, it was, you have to get used to it, I feel like.
Does it get weird when you like they're talk? Well, the voice is going, so it'd be like, and that's what he said.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly. It is like that. Like you just move past that. You just move past it. I just don't like when there's a lot happening in the back. But so obviously there's a lot of stuff happening, but the scene is just quiet and there's one person talking, because in the movies it wouldn't be like that. Like if it wasn't dubbed over, the audio quality would be better in terms of like the background noise.
Yeah.
I find that some of the lower budget movies or TV shows that are dubbed, they do that.
Yeah, 100%.
And it's annoying.
Yeah.
But that's my little rant about.
No, that's fair enough. Because it's actually funny you say that, because Eleanor started watching not dubbed, but started watching subbed, like this Korean TV show.
Okay.
I don't know what it's called, but I see it on Netflix now, and it pops up like all these Korean shows now because she's watching them.
Is it a fitness one?
Oh, I couldn't. No, it's not. I know. It's
yeah?
not that one. No.
That was
It's like a school one, I think.
A school one.
I think it's like a drama. I'm pretty sure. Or there was one that was like a robbery happening.
Okay.
So I don't know what was happening, but it was pretty intense. Like some guy was getting freaking shit kicked out of him. I was like, bro, that's pretty mental.
Yeah. How long before ChatGPT starts writing movies?
Probably not long.
Probably right now if you asked it.
Yeah, honestly, you probably say, write me. I actually thought about saying, can you write me a book? And just going, fuck it, see what happens.
Yeah.
I think you have to give it a topic though. You have to say, write me a book about this, this, and this.
And it's going to give you like a limited,
Yeah.
For example, a page or 2 pages or something like that.
Yeah,
It's not going to be a whole book.
Could you imagine if you just get a whole book? Then just say, oh yeah, I wrote this. Submit it millions of dollars later.
You know what? The people that released ChatGPT,
Yeah.
I feel like they could have made a lot of money by doing something like that. Because now people
They
know
probably
about
do.
it.
They probably do. Oh,
They're probably making more money off releasing
that's what I was
it.
going to say. They probably
Yeah,
made more
yeah,
money just
true.
off of ChatGPT. I read this thing, or I watched this video that said ChatGPT in the first 2 months got 1 billion downloads.
Wow, yeah.
That is,
Far
that
out.
is like the most downloaded app in existence.
Yeah.
App or program, whatever it is. Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
1/8 of the population downloaded it in 2 months.
I heard that.
I think it's about 8 billion now.
Population?
Yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
I heard that there was a bank that is firing, or not firing, but just halting employment. They're not employing any more staff because they're using ChatGPT for the back end, for like the HR and that kind of stuff.
Bro.
So
It's scary, man.
like-
It's
it's
scary
like-
because
it's
a
like
lot of
dangerous.
jobs. Yeah, because a lot of jobs are going because of ChatGPT,
Yeah.
and it's only going to get better and better, and it's going to get to. We're, I guess, quite lucky because we're in like this weird realm where someone has to actually go and physically do things, and then they've got to reduce all
Yeah.
that stuff. Like, yeah, you can probably get AI to maybe do all the reductions and stuff, maybe, but someone still has to go and get the data. Someone has to know what data you need to get.
yeah, well, look at it this way: if a truck can drive itself,
Yeah.
and a truck driver doesn't have a job, how hard is it to make a drone fly around and scan everything, pick everything up, send the data to a
Depends on
to a
accuracies, right?
computer? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So
But
that's
I
why.
feel like it's doable.
Yeah. Like if you got like drones for sure,
Yeah,
but you still maybe like what if you could scan something underground? Then you'd be like, oh yeah, I'll just send like a truck, or not a truck, like those what do they call it? Those toy cars that they send. It's like a
RC.
tracing,
No,
yeah,
RC.
RC
Yeah,
cars,
yeah.
and
Have
then
you
just
seen
scan
Have you seen Halo?
like the movie
Yeah.
or the TV series. No, but I've heard it's
The
really good.
TV series.
I've heard it's really good, but I haven't watched it.
So it is really good. You should watch it, especially if you like playing the games back in the day.
Oh, dude, I used to play like the knockoff Halo. Like there was this weird Halo that you could play at my school, and the way it worked was it was this weird program, but then you could play it across all the computers because they were all on the same network. So we were playing like 10
Was it
players.
Quake?
No, it was Halo.
Oh, it was Halo.
Yeah, but it was like this weird version. It was like a very basic version of the game where you all logged in. You all had to have the game, and because we were all on LAN, like we're all on the same network, we could all play together, sort of online but not online. It's a LAN party.
Right. Oh, so LAN, but actual Halo, just
actual
not
Halo,
online, just not online. Okay, fair enough. Kind of like Counter-Strike, but LAN
exactly.
Party. Yeah, fair enough.
Counter-Strike 2, what a game!
I know. We till probably we were like 2021. We used to go to like a net cafe and just pump out Halo. And
you used to go to an internet cafe,
not Halo.
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike.
You used to go to an internet cafe.
Yeah.
No way. Till you were 2021.
I would say so. Yeah, just late night. There was one in Hurstville, and
we should go
at like 2 a.m. We used to go. I don't know. Are they still open? I don't know.
Yeah, bro. There's still internet cafes around.
Remember we went around. I don't know if that place would be open though.
Oh, I don't know.
I guess we can go anywhere. But we stopped going because they got rid of Counter Strike. You couldn't play Counter Strike anymore. It was all like World of Warcraft, LOL, and we don't know how to play those games. So
there's a new Counter-Strike coming out. I don't know if you've seen. It's called. I think they've just released like this beta version, and it looks mental.
But there is a new Counter-Strike, not a new one, but not that old.
CS:GO.
CS:GO, yeah.
But there's a new one called Counter-Strike 2. That's gonna. I don't know if it's coming out or if it's out. I'm pretty sure it's coming out.
Okay.
And then they released a beta, and one of the things that you could do is, when you throw a smoke.
Yeah.
So obviously you can't see, but what you can do is if you have a gun, or especially if you have a grenade, and if you throw the grenade in the smoke and it blows up, it actually dissipates the smoke.
Oh, right.
It's like got a real physical appliance in the game, or physical element in the game. It's freaking mental.
Yeah, it's impressive. Do you prefer COD or Counter-Strike?
Oh, that's a hard question, man.
Is it?
That's a hard question.
I don't know.
Like probably these days now, COD, but probably in my heart is Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike, yeah.
The only reason is because I played so much Counter-Strike when I was young.
Yeah, fair enough.
So that was my first online game that I ever played.
I prefer playing COD though.
Yeah, COD's is way more fast paced.
Yeah, I don't. It's been a long time since I played on PC though.
You play. I was gonna say,
Don't
guys, he plays a
out.
mobile COD. What is this? I play COD. It plays on my phone.
Bro, I jump on for a game or two. What do you want me to do? Go like, I don't play on PC anymore. I don't play anything. I don't play anything. But the only game that I play is like sometimes we'll be bored and we'll just jump on COD, and it'll be like one or two games.
If you had friends to play with, though, would you play? Because that was my problem.
I had friends to play with.
That was.
Are you saying I don't have friends?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, you're not wrong. How do you know what button to press, man?
I'm starting to get used to it.
You haven't gotten one wrong.
They've got these labels, but I'm starting to like get muscle memory from using it. Okay.
Nah, I do have friends that play COD, but I don't know if my computer is still capable. I haven't updated my computer for probably 5 years, and I don't know if it's still good enough to run.
Dude, that computer over there is like 6 years old. Oh, probably not 6, maybe about 5 years.
Good then.
Yeah, it's good enough to play. That one just plays COD. Like it's recommended settings. Okay. Like it's nothing crazy.
Yeah. Fair enough.
This one though is fucking good.
Yeah, fair enough.
So,
well,
but if you have
the boss has the good one.
The boss has the good one. Exactly right. So if you're keen, if you want to jump on, I play every once in a while. I don't play as much as I used to.
What COD do you play? What COD do you have now?
Warzone 2. Well, was it Modern Warfare 2 is the latest one.
Modern Warfare 2. Okay.
Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2 is the one that I play.
I think the last one that I played was Ghost. Don't look at the buttons again. All right, listen.
I'm waiting for it.
No, I think the last one that I played was Ghost.
That was a good. Oh, yeah, I think that was a good game.
That was decent.
Yeah.
Oh, what was
before Ghost?
No. What's newer, Ghost or Modern Warfare 2? No. Sorry, not Modern Warfare 2. Or Black Ops 2.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll tell you. COD.
I can't remember. I think it was Black Ops 2, then Ghost.
Order. See, I like having this computer now free, so I can do shit like that. Here we go. Call of Duty series. Let's find out.
You're your own Jamie.
I want to have a Jamie.
Pull it up, Jamie.
Pull it
up, Zaf.
That was pretty bad. Yeah. We've done better.
Should have skipped that one.
All right. So here we go. So Call of Duty Ghosts was 2013. Then Black Ops 2 was before that.
Okay. So yeah, I would say probably, that would have been the last one. I think.
And then after that was Advanced Warfare. Then
that's it. Advanced Warfare.
Oh, that's the one.
Advanced Warfare. Yeah.
Okay.
with the exoskeleton.
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
could jump.
Yeah. And then it was Black Ops 3. Then there's one called Call of Duty Siege, which I don't remember
No,
seeing at all. And then
I
there was
stopped at Advanced Warfare.
I had like this weird break because I pretty much bought every single one except for Black Ops Cold War. That's the only one I didn't buy. So I got Infinite Warfare, but I never played that game. I still have it in the plastic.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Collector's item.
Yeah, literally. So that I never played it. But the reason why I stopped playing COD was because I just didn't have anyone to play with. Because I used to play with all my friends, and then
Hit that button now.
which one?
Yeah, the what? That's it. No. Oh, you've got the power, mate.
I am.
You've got the
I'm
power.
the
You can
anchor
do
of
what
this
you
show.
like.
I'll do what I want. But then it was Black Ops Cold. Sorry, where was I? Infinite Warfare, World War II, then Black Ops 4, then Call of Duty Mobile, Modern Warfare, then Warzone, amazing game. Then Black Ops Cold War, Vanguard, Modern Warfare 2, which is where it's at now, Modern Warfare 2.0, and then Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. Oh, to be announced, hasn't come out yet.
Jesus, I did not know there was that many.
There's crazy CODs, man.
So every year they bring them out. Every year there's a new one.
Every year there's a new one.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't even know.
You know, I was listening to this guy who's like a streamer, gamer dude, and he was saying it's so interesting to hear or to see that Call of Duty is one of the only first-person shooter games that releases a game every single year. So you probably don't know much about it, but Apex Legends that's been out for years. Counter-Strike's been out for years, and all they do is just release like updates and stuff like that, right? But Call of Duty, there's a new game every single year. Why is that? There's a bit of a conspiracy theory that it's a bit of a money grab. They put a new game out, make money.
That's the way it seems. Most popular game maybe, or most popular first-person shooter.
I reckon it's got to be up there.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person again because I don't play a lot. I don't play a lot of them, so
that's all right, man. It is what it is. But I want to go back to the Reddit thread because I found one more, which I thought was really interesting, right? Because the thread reads, "What is something that young people love that you don't understand?" Right? And I thought, I'm a young guy. Right?
Yeah.
I'm 29.
yeah,
I'm 29.
yeah.
I thought surely I'm going to, where's something that young people love that you don't, I thought I'll understand because I'm young, quote
Are
unquote.
you going to read a few things out?
Yeah, I am.
All right, I'm interested to see.
So one of them,
I agree with you. I think I would understand.
Yeah, because we're quite young.
Prove me wrong.
You're about 35.
Oh wow, aren't you older than me?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And so one of the comments goes, filming themselves cry.
What is it?
Filming themselves cry or crying. That young
crickets, yeah, crickets.
Crickets?
Crickets.
Oh,
there we go.
There's the first fuck up.
Yeah. So what? Young people enjoy filming themselves cry.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Or something that people don't understand that young people love doing.
I've never even heard of that before.
Haven't you seen people on post videos of themselves crying online?
Yeah, but
I don't get it.
I've seen people crying for a legitimate reason. I haven't seen people just crying for no reason. That doesn't make sense.
Would you ever post yourself crying online though? I would never do that.
Myself crying online.
I would never do that ever.
I don't think I would either.
But
I think young people are more in. When I say young people, man, you're making us sound so old now. But
I think we're past. I think we're starting to get past the young gen now.
No
I'm
chance.
bro.
I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up.
Just hold on, man. Represent.
Nah, I think kids especially are growing up with the internet, and it's a bigger part of their life. When we grew up, the internet was nothing to us, or at least to me. Internet was like nothing. I didn't jump on a computer till later on in my life. Whereas now they get a phone, they get an iPad. 5 years old, you got an iPad. 4 years old, you got a phone, and yeah, I think they probably see it as normal for them. They're just sharing part of their life. But yeah,
crying is something I don't understand.
Yeah,
though.
I don't think I would do it either.
Yeah, and you're right. I don't think people love to do it, but they do it.
They don't love to do it.
Yeah. Well, you don't love to cry and post it online.
Well, why,
Or do
why
you? I don't
posted,
know.
why posted them?
Well, that's the thing. I don't get it. That was my point. I don't understand it. I think I'm starting to creep to like the older gen now, where I'm just like looking at what young people do.
Yeah.
Do you know one thing I didn't understand? Like one of my friends went. Actually, he was on the show, Little John, and we were talking about something one day, and I can't remember what the conversation was, and he goes, "Oh, that's cap."
Oh yeah, I know that one.
And
I know what that is.
And I went, "What the fuck's he talking about? Cap? I'm not wearing a hat." I literally went, "What are you talking about it?" He goes, "That's cap." I'm like, "What cap?"
You're lying. You're talking shit.
Yeah,
You're lying.
Yeah, I didn't realize. He goes,
Yeah,
"Oh,
yeah.
you're lying. You're talking." I'm like, "No, that to me didn't even click. Like, does it even make sense with the word cap? Oh, you're capping."
Yeah.
To
It's
me,
like,
anyway.
Yeah, it's like that with a lot of the slang words, but they don't make sense. But,
Yeah.
But if you know what it means, you know what it means.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Next one.
Next one.
So there's another one that says, all these shitty prank videos on people in public.
All these shitty what?
All the shitty prank videos on people in public.
Oh yeah, that's like that kind of shits me.
Yeah, it
to be
does.
honest.
Do you know what though? There are some that are just so staged though. Like, you know the gold digger ones?
Yes, you do.
Come
do you
on.
remember, but we grew up with that. Like, remember FouseyTube and
Yeah. And there was
Roman Atwood and
there's another guy. He's like a
Vitaly.
Russian, but yeah, that's the
Vitaly,
one. That's what I was
yeah.
thinking of.
And they're just coming out now. They had like a beef like a year ago or whatever it was, and they admitted that they're completely staged. They were completely staged.
Oh, I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised.
completely staged. Like the whole thing was just they paid people to act that way.
That's mental, man.
Yeah, but they were getting a lot of views. Look, I blame the people that are. I don't know if the people watching it that believe it are more at fault, or the people that are creating the content. Because if they're creating content and it's making them money, what incentive do they have to stop doing it?
They don't, because they're going to just keep doing it and keep making money.
Exactly.
But if people but that's the thing. If they're making money, that means people are watching it, which means people like that content.
That's what I mean. So
Yeah.
who do you blame? The people that are making it or the people that are sitting there watching it?
Probably, yeah.
A bit of both.
Yeah,
A bit of both.
honestly.
But you're right. The gold digger videos are completely fake. I don't know. I can't sit there and understand how people think that it's real.
At the start, the Vitaly, because I think he started doing the gold digger ones. At the start, I thought they were real, right? Because that was like the first videos that came out.
Yeah, fair
and I
enough.
didn't think anything of it. And then as more and more, like all of a sudden, all these random videos,
Yeah, they were getting absurd.
yeah, they were just
Like-
crazy amount.
And you could tell, like, he's hiring people that are not the greatest at acting.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So you can tell the acting's pretty poor.
And the other thing as well, it's like when all of a sudden you see they go, oh, they act like a poor person, and then they come back and they're a businessman and they're wearing.
That's
What?
cringe.
Oh my God! Stop.
Yeah, and the gold digger videos where they're like, oh, come ride in my
My Lamborghini.
yeah, but they're sitting in front of the Lamborghini and they're like, oh, you know, do you want to go on a date with me? And the girl's like, no, and then Lamborghini, and she's like, all of a sudden so interested.
Yeah.
That's so obviously
Like,
fake.
I know.
Oh,
Another one that goes, the public TikTok dancing. I've never seen this,
I haven't
to be
seen it
fair,
either.
but I can imagine how fucking embarrassing that would be.
Yeah,
I don't understand
Very
it.
cringe. Have you seen the video of so the girl's sitting in her car in a parking lot or at
Yeah.
the lights, and she's doing a TikTok dance or with the camera like facing her, and a guy's filming her right through his window and laughing, and then she sees him filming, and both videos are online from the two different perspectives. Bro,
Oh, that's actually pretty
she
funny
would've
though.
been so embarrassed.
That
She
would
looked at
actually
him
be
and she
so
saw him,
funny.
She was like, oh, like, why are you doing this to me?
But fuck, you're gonna put it up anyway. It's just so cringe when you're watching it like from a different perspective
Yeah.
of watching it. It's just like
Yeah, I don't get that. And the with the pranks, like the public pranks, some of them are funny. Don't get me wrong. Like some of them are funny, but some of them go too far, in my opinion. And it's like now you're just being a nuisance.
yeah.
Like now you're just being a nuisance. You know what I mean? It's not funny anymore. You're just pissing people off. You're annoying people.
Yeah.
You're
It's not even funny.
yeah, it's not funny. And like
Some people actually hurt some of the people, like the people that they're pranking.
like there was a guy that jumped in some lady's car, and while she was at a red light, and pretended like he was supposed to get in the car, and the lady like freaked out. Like imagine she hits the gas and takes off, gets in a car crash, something like that. You can't do that. There has to be a limit. You can't just do whatever.
That's mental. Holy crap.
Yeah.
I saw that there was this one that went I wouldn't say it went viral, but there was a news article about it, like some TikToker, he went on a train. Did you see that?
No.
He pretended like it was GTA 6, right? He was doing some, like pretending to hijack a train. Pretending to hijack, like, I needed to read the article, but it was something absurd like that. It was like GTA 6, TikToker jumps on train and like pretends to do something. And I was like,
That's the dumbest thing.
what? That's not even funny.
There's no pretending to hijack someone. You're hijacking them. That's what it is. You're hijacking them.
It's, yeah, like that is something that I don't understand. And that's why when I'm reading this, I'm like, fuck, I actually don't understand these. Am I getting old now?
I think young people would agree though. I think a lot of young people would agree. Anyone with common sense would agree. There was a guy in America that walked into someone's house. Am I off camera?
No, I'm just making sure it's recording.
Oh, okay.
I always do it. So if you see me peer over, I'm just making sure it's recording.
Nah, fair enough. There was a guy that walked into a lady's house while her like kids were there, and he goes, "Oh, it was just like a prank. It was just for a laugh."
What's funny about that?
What's funny about that? How is that funny? Maybe we just don't get it.
Honestly, that's why I think I'm old now. Because like I hear that and I go, maybe I am old. Maybe I just don't understand.
All right, if we don't understand not even a single one of these, then we can accept it.
Here's something as well. The unending need to share everything on social media, including their meals, their children, the partners, everything. That I sort of understand. Like you don't have to share everything, but I definitely upload like some food photos and then I'll upload. Like if I have kids, I'm definitely going to upload like photos of my kids on social media. It's happening.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think like, I don't know, maybe that means like going too far, like posting every 2 minutes, new post where you are, what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, whatever. Well, do what you want, man. At the end of the day,
do what you want.
If you want to post more often, post more often. If you don't want to post, like for example, me, I don't post. I only have Facebook and I don't post on that. I haven't posted probably in years. I haven't uploaded a photo in years.
I've only been like uploading because of the podcast. But before the podcast,
big podcaster,
big man right here,
big celebrity.
That's it. We're gonna get a Patreon soon. 20,000 patrons, hopefully. That would be hectic one day. But
sponsorships.
Fuck, could you imagine, man? I always think about it. I'm like, could you imagine, like, eventually, like, say 3 to 4 or 5 years, that this actually becomes something. Like, and I don't even really care if it becomes something. Like I told you, the main reason why I do it is because it gives me something to do. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking with my friends and just talking shit like we were doing just now, and having interesting conversation as well, right? And I had my dad, I had some other, like Shannon, like I've had so many people come on the show, right? And just talking about different topics and talking about, just anything I find interesting, right? And, I would much rather do that than spend my time on the couch just watching TikTok, 100%. Which is what so many people do, right? So, and I'm like, well, I would rather do this than that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm getting something out of it.
Yeah, agreed. Why not? If you're having a good time.
Are you having a good time? Yeah. You having fun?
No.
Why you hate me?
No. Yeah, it's a good time, man. I haven't done this before, to be honest. I was nervous.
I know, you were shitting bricks.
Yeah.
How long do you think we've been recording for?
Half an hour.
It's an hour.
It's an hour already, really?
Yeah, we're going to start wrapping up. It's 59 minutes.
Damn, all right. Fair enough.
It's crazy, man. Like people don't realize.
It goes a lot faster.
Yeah, everyone goes like, I'm nervous and, I don't really know what to say, or I'm going to like stall or anything like that. And it happens. Like, who cares? Like if it stalls and, we'll figure something on the way and edit it. I don't like editing too much because I want to keep it raw. I want to keep it natural.
No, you just don't want to do the work.
Yeah, fuck doing the work. That's it.
That's what it is.
Fuck doing the work. I just want to do export bang straight up on the cloud.
No, like it is a little bit different though, just talking on camera or talking when you're being filmed and just talking to a mate normally.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to
the amount of shit you would have said by now. Fuck, if the camera wasn't here.
You're the worst person, bro, I swear.
That's it. We'll probably wrap it up here, though, to be fair.
No
so,
worries.
Do you want to put up any socials or anything like that? I know you say you don't post, but I always ask.
No socials.
No socials. All right, all good. So, ladies and gents, if you've made it this far, thank you all for watching this week's episode or listening to this week's episode if you've been listening on iTunes, Spotify. If you are listening, if you could leave a 5-star review on Spotify and iTunes, it really does push the reach a lot further. The higher the rating, the more it pushes out and advertises to other people. I do have a TikTok and an Instagram account, which I do try to post regularly. So I do about 3 reels. I'm going to start posting more photos, and we'll see how we go with that. And I also, if you're watching the video, you obviously know I have a YouTube. So if you can like and subscribe to the channel, that really does push the channel even further. And I think that's all I really have for the socials, man. Yeah. Follow me.
Good job, man. You're getting really good at this.
I'm starting to, man. Well, this is episode 15, I think. 15.
Okay.
Episode 15.
Yeah, you got some practice.
Yes, sir.
Some experience.
That's it. I'm becoming a veteran. The goal is to get to 21. They reckon if you get to, well, my friend Irene, she sent me this photo, and it said if you make it to episode 21, you officially become the top 1% of podcasts.
Oh, so people just quit before then?
Bro, the people quit. So they reckon from episodes 1 to 3, about 40 or 50% of podcasts quit.
Oh, wow.
So that's already half of the podcast gone. Then from 3 to 10, the other... I'd have to look up the photo. I think I'm butchering this hard, but I think it's another 40% cut off. And then by the time you go from
big
10...
drop off, right?
Yeah, it's huge. By the time you go from 10 to 21, it's 1%.
Wow. So you're going to be a 1%er.
That's the plan.
You're going to be a 1%er.
I just want to keep this going, man. Keep it going. Keep it swimming.
100%, bro.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me
on. Thanks for coming on, man.
It's been fun.
And for you guys, see you in the fortnight. Ciao.